And I just found this specimen right here. It's biohazard. It's in a jar. Guess what it is? It's a human brain inside there decomposing. How lovely is that?
Deep within the ruins of an abandoned hospital lies a building shrouded in mystery. The pathology ward. Added in 1950, this wing once held countless stories of life, death, and everything in between. After the hospital shut its doors in 2001, this building briefly served as a homeless shelter before falling into ruin. But what really happened here? Join me as we explore its haunting hallways, discovering chilling remnants of its past, and unraveling the secrets hidden within its decaying corridors. So let's explore, because what I find will shock you. If you enjoy this content and want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks like shoutouts and your name titled in the credits. Your support helps me keep creating these videos. The link is in the description.
Very warm in here. Extremely warm. This is definitely the steam tunnels. Hello? What does it say? Conference room. Permanent records do not destroy. Let's see what we can see in here, I guess. Huh. Alright, let's see what we can see. Let's do some studying real quick. Check it out. See if we can find any cool info. Infection. Let me see. Estrogen content low. What is all this? This specimen was received without proper identification of either the specimen or the accompanying laboratory request. Huh. Oh my god. These are all like the tests and stuff. Look at that. I think that's somebody's blood right there. They were testing the cells or something. Look, all of these. I'm not touching that at all. You get somebody else to touch that. That's disgusting. On this one, it says destroy. There's nothing in there. I found more of these little pathology things that you can look at under a microscope. However, I do not have a microscope that works, but we're going to put these in front of a window and see what happens. I don't even know what that is. That looks like a bunch of blood cells or something. I remember these things back when I was a kid in high school. The teacher would bring these little projector machines out and we all just fall asleep. And look at the clock. The clock stopped at about 1:48-ish. Okay. Let's see what we can see in here, I guess. Okay. This is all the patient files and records and everything like that. You would think there would be some kind of HIPAA laws against these or something. Like keeping all these patient files just stacked up. You know what I mean? They're just everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, look at this. It's got everybody's names on it. With all their problems and everything that they had wrong with them. What is this? This one says permanent records do not destroy. Yeah, get on. Yeah, I mean, there's just a whole bunch of amount of papers that says do not destroy, but they're in here getting destroyed from the elements. You know what I mean? Wow. Abnormal PAP report. Alright, so now it looks like we're heading towards the morgue and autopsy. This should be interesting. Oh. I'm afraid to look. Oh man. This is so disgusting in here. And I just found this specimen right here. It's biohazard. It's in a jar. Guess what it is? It's a human brain inside there decomposing. How lovely is that? That's disgusting. Look at that. I don't know if you can make it out, but something is not right about that at all. This is one of the morgue tables actually right here. This is where they would cut you up and let the blood run right down there into the drain. And I have no idea what these barrels are for, but if I had to take a guess, this would be where they kept all the old blood. So if you open up these old canisters, that's probably everybody's old blood in there. That is disgusting. Look at this. This is what's up. Here's the morgue, or the operation table. Where they did work on you. Looks painful. Yep, they will cut you up right here and let the blood drain right there in that little drain. That's disgusting. Fine in this room. This looks like a body freezer or something. Oh my. What the heart? Ooh, what the world? Yeah, I would definitely say this is some type of body freezer. Wow. Turn up the brightness a little bit here. Look at that. Somebody put an American flag on the table right there. Must have been a war veteran who passed away and died. If I had to take a guess. Might be what it is. Wow. Could you imagine how many dead bodies were in this room at one time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At least 24 bodies in here, for sure. That's a lot. And look, there's the freezer right there, the little air conditioner. Wow. Looks like another freezer, actually. What does that say? Wexler. Oh my God. Look at the decay in here. Oh my God. Look at this. This is totally unreal. Totally unreal. Wow. This is gnarly. Ridiculous. Wow. Let's open it up, see what we got. Not much. Oh my God, it's disgusting. Whew, let's close that. Can't believe I just touched that. Oh my God, it stinks so bad. So it says right here, attention, the Child Care Development Center will be closed for child care services as of November 19th, 1997. And this leads to the other part of the building. Okay, starting this out. See what we can find in this one. This looks like a nursery. This straight up looks like a nursery. It says no surrender, stack bones, Balto MD. I think that stands for Baltimore, Maryland. 41 cents. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, this kind of looks like a daycare almost. You got everybody's baby pictures here, so that's cool. I like to see pictures, personal pictures like these. Adds a little bit of history. The hell is that? How do I look? Creepy? Yeah, I figured that. Why would you find something like this in a nursery? Why? That is ridiculous looking. That's ugly. We're going to try to proceed to the first floor, and if you haven't figured it out by now, I am in the basement. Let's go up to the first floor. What the hell is this? I just stepped on that. That is a dead... Looks like a dead dog. Just got trapped in here. Couldn't find his way out and he died. Oh, it's terrible. This looks like an enormous classroom. Gotta be a little bit careful here because that is an active building. Straight through that window right there. Oh yeah, I like this room for sure. Nice bright sunroom. Beautiful. Look at the ceiling. Just giving away. Look at that. Huh. Here's something interesting. This definitely looks like the front of the building. Yeah, definitely the front. Look at that architecture. They don't make stuff like that no more. No, indeed. Looks like this one they tried to black out all the windows for some odd reason. I guess they don't want people looking in. Smart idea. But if people want to get in bad enough, they certainly can. What's this say? Imagine what we can do together. Okay. Look at all this mess. Ooh. This is disgusting. Talk about a bunch of chairs at the wrong place at the wrong time. What the hell is this? Ugh. I know those jars gotta have something in them, but I'm not gonna be the one to find out, that's for sure. What is that for? Decolorizer, I have no idea. That's disgusting. I have no idea what's in those jars. If I had to take a guess, something we don't want to find out about. Oh, look at that. That's a whole roll of asbestos just chilling right there. Look at that. This room says, personal records do not destroy. So let's not destroy them. But that kind of contradicts itself because that's exactly what they're doing here. And they're just letting Mother Nature take over and have her way with it. These are little cell samples. If I had a microscope, I could see what's going on with that, but I'd rather not. That's disgusting too. God. This place is just nasty. It looks like it was a lab at one point. Oh, it's bright and airy in this room. I like it. What's up with all the beer cans, though? Look at that. Now we are on the tippy top floor of this building. Now let's see what we can find. Looks like the same stuff, really. Found a whole bunch of freezers. Not for food, flammables. Wow, look at that. I think these are all the autoclave machines. Look at this. Looks like a bomb went off in here. Straight up. Why is that smoking like that? Look at that hole in the roof light. Look at that. I don't understand what's going on there. Huh. Y'all see that? This room says hole in floor. So let's watch ourselves. Oh, there it is. Look at that. So if you were to come in here and fall, you fall right there to your death. The end of the tunnel. I guess this is where they demolished the other building next door and just kind of kept this one. And that's just kind of a blockade so nobody will enter. But yeah. Now we gotta walk back down through this hellhole. Let's proceed. Keep on seeing these little shards of raccoon hair all over the place. Looks like the poor thing might have ended up in here and he couldn't see. I know they're nocturnal. But when you don't have no light at all, it gets a little bit tricky. What the hell is that? It's a cricket. Old nasty books and everything. Look at this. It's disgusting. Ooh. Books after books after books. It's a really big open room. I wonder if this was the live area at one point. Just scared the hell out of me. Look at this. That actually looks like a real person's legs just chilling out right there. Look at that. Anything else crazy down here? Oh, these are x-rays. You can't really see them. They're all covered in dust. Look like an old classroom. Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to Regina. Here's your family members. Alright, remember in the beginning of the video when we saw this, the auditorium that didn't go inside? Well, now we're going to go inside and check it out. And just what I thought, filled with a bunch of boxes. Look at this. Why is there an auditorium inside a hospital? Like this style, looks like an actual movie theater. Oh, look, you can see they still have the curtains up. This is just a bunch of patient files, just hanging out, not doing anything, just hanging out. Finding this was totally unexpected. All these papers. What the hell? Look at all this decay. This is probably one of the most decayed rooms I've ever seen in my urbex career. Look at this. Insane. Wow. That is a lot of decay in that. If I was to touch that rust, which I'm not, my finger will probably go right through. Look at that. Astonishing. Look at the color of the walls too. Got a little pink in there, a little green, a little puke brown, whatever. Look at this gnarly room. Wow. Remember how I said that other room was the most decayed I've ever seen in my urbex career? I take that back. This one is. I'm kind of afraid to walk on the floor though. I don't know about this. I don't want to go through. That's a lot of metal and shards and whatever else is over there. Look at it, there's a little computer over there. And you can kind of see the exposed wall next to it. That looks like an arcade machine. I don't even know what that is. Here's a nice little computer. This will be a good picture. Look at that. said I found a whole bunch of raccoon hair laying all over the place. This is him. Poor guy. I think it's a raccoon. Or either a really big rat. Look how old this wheelchair is. It's pretty satisfying. What is that? Looks like a vial of blood right there. That is disgusting. Ugh. Here we go. My favorite thing about Urbex, old pictures, Polaroid pictures. That's kind of cool. This looks like a bunch of asbestos, pipes, and that's cool. Looks like this place has its own power plant, wherever that is. Haven't been there yet. How old is this? Good God. This looks like it's from like the 40s or something, 50s. What the world? Somebody write it in the comments. What the hell is this? It's called Jersey Loop Weaving. Looks like it's made for children and a family. And I kind of like this actually. Because look at those skylights. I like the green doors. What does that say? Stop putting. Poison. Can you open this? This green paint looks kind of new actually. I like it. I like it a lot. This looks kind of interesting. Here's just an assortment of things left behind. Even that kid's shoe over there. And looks like a toy. School copy machine. An old Xerox. Oh, it's stuck. Oh no. Oh, yep. Doesn't want to come up. I won't force it. I need a hug. At the end of the lengthy and tiring day I've faced the world in my private way, I need a hug. I hear ya. This looks like old photos of something. There's nothing on here though. No telling what these were. If anybody knows what these were, leave it in the comments, because I have no idea. So many of these too left behind. Stinks around here. What the hell is that? I thought this place only had 3 floors. There's another one here? Must lead up to the attic. We'll check that out in a minute. Should I press it? Should I press it? You know you want me to. Here we go. And nothing. These are really clicky though. It's nice. This looks like something from the Navy base in New Orleans a little bit. It's just big old wide open space with a whole bunch of desk left behind. I wonder if there's anything back here. Nothing really back here except one of these rooms, which I like, by the way. It's like a little sunroom. It would be sunny in here if they didn't black out the windows, which is kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, this definitely must be like the nurses section here. All these files and stuff. Just wasting away from the extent of time. Same thing with this side. Look at all of it. I found an old school Frigidaire. Made only by General Motors. Really? It's kind of cool. That is a massive dead bird. What in the hell is it? That's like an eagle. Look at the size of that thing. It is definitely an eagle. Wow. That is brutal looking. Oh, thank God.
Soon, this place will be demolished. And as I leave this place behind, it feels like the walls are holding secrets I'll never know. This hospital once saved lives, but now it's just full of forgotten stories. Who knows what other mysteries hides inside? Until next time, keep exploring. Thanks for watching.